in this world with a million voices and a million gospels and a million apostles, the living God has cut through all of that for me by coming and dying and rising and securing my salvation, and also by leaving behind a reliable, truthful witness to his work. All right, Grace graduated college a year before I did. And when she moved back to Boston, she gave me her car. Now that sounds like such a loving thing for a fiance to do, but it was a 1991 Volkswagen Jetta. It had 140,000 miles on it. I barely fit into the thing. It was like Zumba to get in there. And it had no stereo, so there was no Zumba once you were in. And there's nothing worse than being 21 years old and having a car with no stereo. So I'm driving around in this Volkswagen Jetta. And I used to drive down this one road to this internship I did at this TV station. It was called Lewis Boulevard. And I just remember driving down and just hoping I would make it. The engine just stank. It was like this, driving down the street, and there was crazy noises. And then they got louder, and they got louder, and they got louder, and they got louder. One day I'm driving down Lewis, and I go like this, up one of those rolling hills and down. And on the way down, bam! Whatever that noise is. And this projectile just shoots out of the bottom of the car like Star Wars or something. Boom! And it lands in the woods, thankfully. Could have cut someone's throat right there. And the car careens down the hill, and it just stops. Boom. And I get out, and I'm like, oh, no. And so I look underneath the car, and I stand up, and then I look to my right, like an angel from heaven. There's a dude in a tow truck, pickup truck, right behind me. He was right behind me. And he is the nicest Oklahoman in the entire world. And he looks under my car. He tells me exactly what happened down there, and he explains it to me. And he tells me he'll come and fix that for me, and he puts me in the front seat of his car, and he takes me to the shop, and he puts it up, and it like gives a couple of hours to fixing that car. Right, now, I am generally prejudiced against anyone that talks with a Southern accent. It's just immediate, it's probably sinful, but it is what it is, right? As soon as you start twanging, I'm like, we're done here. Mason-Dixon line, just get back down there. The Bolt bus will get you closer. You can walk the rest of the way. I'm from Boston. But that day, I didn't care. I did not care about this dude's look or his twang or whatever. I was so thankful to have come across someone who knew the truth about my situation and was given to me in that moment to help me. That is how you are supposed to feel and respond when Scripture says that in love for you, Jesus gave apostles. He gave them their mission. He gave them their message so that you would know what God provides and what God requires and who God is and how you can be justified